Since I started here, I've definitely grown a lot.
It's the imagination that runs this place.
Every day, I'm totally thrilled on what I'm going to learn that day.
You got to live it. You got to be here to feel it, to see it.
They give you the best chance to get the best learning possible.
And this is the best opportunity for me to succeed.
Good evening. Welcome to WTV Open House Edition. I'm Marilyn Sexton. We have a great program lined up today here at NSCC's Waterfront campus. It's Open House Day at the college, and all 13 campuses from across the province have opened their doors to the public. We'll have more on the open house later, but first, our headline news. Over 100 people marched downtown Halifax this past weekend to support efforts to bring more Syrian refugees to Canada.
Loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here.
The march was organized by Refugees Welcome Maritimes. Tom Servais founded the group in response to the Syrian refugee crisis. He questions the federal government's commitment to bringing Syrian refugees to Canada.
Where are they? When are they coming? We're ready. We have lots of people who are ready to receive and help these refugees.
The organization says it wants to see a faster response from the government in dealing with the Syrian refugee crisis. They'll use the momentum from this march to keep the issue in the public eye. Young Nova Scotians are volunteering more and donating less to charities. These are just two of the findings in the newly released Social Sector Vital Signs report examining the state of charities, social enterprises, and nonprofits in Nova Scotia. The report's authors makes the case that the social sector can play a greater role in creating prosperity in the province, especially in attracting and retaining young people. Engage Nova Scotia was one of the organizations profiled in the report, and they hope that it will help bolster public support.
It's absolutely vital that all Nova Scotians come together around the ideas that are contained in this and not just see ourselves as being from the private sector or from government sector. It is all of us as one Nova Scotia, and this really makes the point quite plainly.
The full report can be found at Nova Scotia's vitalsigns.ca. We often take for granted having food on our table and a roof over our heads, but some people aren't as fortunate. WTV stopped by Souls Harbor Rescue Mission this Thanksgiving to see what they're doing to help. Ellen Coles has the story.
Souls Harbor Rescue Mission is a local drop-in center for the homeless and low-income families. The organization is currently undergoing kitchen renovations. Last year, it won $100,000 from Aviva's Community Fund, but that didn't stop them from hosting their 4th annual Thanksgiving feast. Michelle Porter is the executive director for Souls Harbor. She says Thanksgiving gives people the chance to reflect on their blessings.
For those that maybe aren't as blessed as you and I are, a chance to come together in a spirit of celebration and community. And that was important. I think it's less important than the food that is served.
The traditional turkey meal was turned into an indoor picnic due to the renovations. On the menu were sausages, beans, salads, and pumpkin pie. Porter says they're expecting to feed 350 people. Deb Jesso joined Souls Harbor for Thanksgiving. She says they help her out with meals, and she would like to thank the volunteers for all their hard work.
It must be very hard because, trying to serve everybody and everybody get fed and things like this here. But they're doing a wonderful job.
Porter says no one's going to leave hungry or empty-handed.
And then as people leave, they get 3 brand new t-shirts, and they also get a hygiene kit, which is a pretty nice bag made up for us by one of the churches here in town.
Porter says the renovation should be finished next month. Ellen Coles, WTV News, Halifax.
Toronto Blue Jays fans are still upset following their Game 6 loss and the end of the postseason run. We caught up with some fans before the playoffs.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Flashback from 22 years ago, the last Toronto Blue Jays hit in the postseason. Fast forward to 2015, the Blue Jays returned to the playoffs, and fans like David Walker were excited.
I don't care. I got to work at 5 a.m. I don't care if the game goes till midnight. I'm watching every minute of it.
The Jays fans have had to endure years without a sniff of the playoffs until September 25th when they ended their drought.
It's crazy. Half people who don't even know anything about baseball all of a sudden are diehard Jays fans.
If they make it to the World Series, there might be a sick day or two.
Many Rogers employees and several Canadian Tire stores were given half days to be able to watch the afternoon games. They lost to Kansas City in the American League Championship Series, their best finish in 22 years. The NSCC community is what makes this college diverse. Let's check in now with Andres Porras, who is in the Learning Commons, to find out more about what the college has to offer. Andreas, tell us who you have with you.
Thanks, Marilyn. I'm here with Courtney Thompson, first-year graphic and print production student at NSCC. Courtney, tell me about the open house so far.
It's been pretty cool. Like, there seems to be a lot of really interested and excited kids, and some people that are coming in looking for career changes that have come through and been really excited about stuff. So it's good to see people excited.
Why did you choose NSCC?
Because I wanted to get out and start actually working as soon as possible. So this was the best option for me.
So what kind of stuff have you been doing today for open house?
Well, I only got here a couple hours ago. I spent a bit of time in the AMCA room telling people about that, since I'm a grad of that, and then I went down to print production and just kind of helped people see what we were all about. So that's been pretty cool.
What's been your favorite thing about your program so far?
Oh, geez. We would do a storefront thing with all of the students, and it's been really fun helping, seeing all the stuff that comes in and helping them have these projects done. So that's always really cool because I like helping people. So
excellent. Do you have any advice for any up and coming students?
Oh God.
In a word.
In one word? I don't have one word. Do your work.
That's great. Thank you very much. Back to you, Marilyn. Thanks, Andreas. There are thousands of people taking part in our open house day. They've come.
Hello. I'm Miranda McDonald. I'm here at NSCC's Waterfront campus for Open House Day. All 13 NSCC campuses are showcasing their programs to the public. There are guided campus tours, student and faculty demonstrations, and lots of displays and activities. NSCC has 150 career-oriented programs, including online learning and continuing education. Here at the Waterfront campus, there are programs in the trades like carpentry and arts programs like photography. There's really something here for everyone.
Chasing stories and finding the truth is all in a day's work for today's journalists. Here's a look at what it's like to be a part of the broadcast journalism program at NSCC.
I would totally recommend the RTA program. It's only 2 years, which means that you're getting your education and being able to go into the industry and do what you want to do and have fun at it, nonetheless, in only 2 years, whereas your friends and whoever else that you've known in high school, who you graduated with, aren't going to be done until 4 or more years.
I was a university graduate, and when I left university, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get a job. I felt like I had learned a lot, but I wasn't set up to succeed. In the RTA program, you're set up to succeed.
Go into the course open-minded. You're going to learn about TV production, radio, and broadcast journalism. And some people go in they only focus on one and they kind of skip over the other two. And I would say keep your mind completely open because you might end up doing something that you never expected. And it's really good to have a knowledge in all three.
It's so many grads that have gone through one stream and they end up in a totally different medium, whether going through radio and ending up in TV, or going through journalism and ending up in radio, or it definitely happens.
There are people from this course everywhere you go.
Coming into the program, didn't know anyone. Everyone here is from across Canada, really. We have someone from Vancouver, someone from Newfoundland. When you come in here, you don't really know anyone, and immediately you bond with those people because you're with them all the time. So there's no getting over the fact that you were going to know these people intimately.
The community of the class was my favorite thing.
I'm actually rooming with one of the TV students. She's going to be one of my best friends.
You meet so many talented people in the program, and I still have so many networked connections with those people, and I'll have those for the rest of my career.
Your instructors actually connect you with people in the industry, and you're able to network, and before you're even out of school, you already know people in the industry. It has helped me get from walking in the door at a television station to being in a job that I've dreamed of my entire life.
You grow up watching TV and you grow up listening to the radio, but you never really know how it works. and I thought it was really interesting to learn behind the scenes. You never look at it the same again. It's very interesting now being in the industry and working with people that I grew up listening to.
The instructors that I had while I was at NSCC have continued to be mentors in my life, and that they're people that I feel like I can go to and talk to at any moment about my career and get honest advice, and that is something that is invaluable.
I chose to take RTA because I could combine a lot of my interests. I really like technology, I really like politics, I like current affairs. I thought RTA was the best way of doing that.
I chose broadcast journalism because I found it was a mix of all three parts of the program. I knew that I wanted to graduate with a balance in all three subjects. It was very challenging, but it definitely prepared me for the industry.
When you're here at RTA, you get to do hands-on learning with all this great equipment that other universities even come and use because they aren't equipped with the stuff that we have. We do TV shows, we have a radio studio that goes over the internet. Like, we have so many things that are at our disposal all the time, whenever we want them. I don't know anywhere else where you can find that.
It is an intense program, it is a challenging program. If you get through it, that does say something about who you are.
I mean, they really just take you, give you a camera, throw you to the wolves and say, get it done. And that's how you learn. A lot of other journalism programs are very theory-based and paper-based, and they write things they don't necessarily get to touch equipment and get thrown out there. This program was really good for letting you figure it out yourself and teaching you how to do things, not how to write about doing things.
Get ready and be prepared for it to take over your life. And in some ways, that's kind of what television is like.
Probably the work ethic, if anything, that's the one thing that's really stuck with me. And the great teachers and the great friendships.
Students at NSCC also have the opportunity to work with revolutionary technology, including futuristic 3D printers. In January, the Waterfront campus became the first post-secondary institution in Canada to purchase a 3D metal printer. Let's take a look.
The Waterfront campus is home to the NSCC Design and Innovation Center, which features one of the only 3D metal printers in Canada. The machine uses a 3D model software to design parts. Once the design is finished, the operator presses play. Using lasers, the printer bonds powdered metal to a plate below it. 3D printing allows for parts to be produced with very intricate details and features that traditional methods wouldn't allow. After the cycle is complete and the part is built, the powder is recovered and any unused powder goes into a sieve to filter out any larger unused particles. The metal part is now ready for post-processing, including bead blasting, which smooths any sharp edges and gives the part a better surface finish. Mechanical engineering technology students have used the printer on projects, and it is being incorporated into the curriculum for other faculties, such as biomedical applications and industrial engineering.
That's it for our special WTV Open House edition. We hope you enjoyed your time exploring NSCC's Waterfront campus. For additional content, visit our website at waterfronttv.org. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.